Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it is time to celebrate. Glidercat channel today reached 2,500 subs. I cannot believe it. Now the TerraTech Let's Play series that was recently posted in the Sweet Transit early preview video really helped push us over the line. We got a lot of new subscribers from that content, so that is awesome. Those are both two really cool games. Now coincidentally, we also just hit a new record for the total number of views in a single day. I'm not sure what the final number is going to be, but I think it's going to be over 6,000 views in a single day, which is a lot for my tiny channel and several times my normal volume. So also very cool. Now 2,500 subscribers may not sound like a huge number when you compare it to some other gaming channels, but I consider it a big milestone for my tiny channel, and it's one worth celebrating. Naturally, I want to extend a sincere thank you to everyone who's chosen to subscribe to the channel and stick with it. I consider myself blessed to have such a nice viewership and community that's been built up around the channel over the past, I don't know, what, 16 months? Something like that, 16, 17 months? I rarely, if ever, get snarky or toxic comments on my videos, and countless viewers have been generous in providing tips and suggestions, not just for the games I'm playing, but also for the direction of the Glidercat channel as well. Long-time subscribers will be familiar with my wall of text community posts where I talk about the channel and the direction and different things I'm trying to decide upon, and I've gotten a lot of good, thoughtful feedback from viewers, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Now, in terms of community, I've also watched several subscribers of the Glidercat channel interact closely with the developers of the games that I feature on their Discord service, which is truly awesome. A major goal, I think I've mentioned this before, but a major goal of the Glidercat channel is connecting gaming enthusiasts like myself with developers of upcoming games, typically indies, in order to bring about that kind of collaboration between players and the game creators. It's such a positive thing, and it results in better games for all of us, since the developers get to receive valuable feedback early on as they're creating their games, and it makes their games better. There's just no doubt, right? The players get an early view into games and get to try things out, play tests for free often, and in return they provide that feedback. The developers love it, players love it. It's just an awesome thing, and I've seen that several times happen with subscribers of the channel on these new upcoming games that I often feature. Very cool. Now, I obviously also need to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members in particular. Their support is really what keeps this channel going in its current form. Without those few supporters, I would likely scale way back on the content and maybe just do YouTube as more of a hobby. It really does take a lot of time and work to keep the channel going kind of in its current structure. I try to post videos almost every day. Back in the day, I used to post a couple videos per day. I have scaled back a little bit, but yeah, it is a lot of work. It's not hard work, but it is a lot of work just the same, and it does take a lot of time. The support of those few patrons that I have is really a huge motivator to keep working and pushing forward to grow the channel and not just have it as a side hobby. I'm hoping to kind of keep this thing going, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, thank you, Glidercat patrons and channel members. Deeply appreciate your support. I try to mention it in every video. I also want to thank those of you who have contributed to the channel via the thanks button next to the like and dislike buttons on my videos. My channel's only become eligible for that feature in YouTube about a day ago, and I've already had a couple of viewers choose to give me a tip. So that's very kind, and again, I really appreciate that. Less than 1 in 1,000 viewers will probably ever choose to do that, so it means a lot. Thank you, and thank you. Now let's wrap up this little celebratory video with a few more statistics about the channel. In addition to hitting 2,500 subscribers today and hitting a record number of views in a single day, we're getting close to hitting 500,000 total views on the channel so far. That just seems crazy. We still have a ways to go. We're at 410,000 views as I record this. So 90,000 more and we'll hit 500,000. That just seems very crazy, but also very cool. I can't believe it. Almost 500,000. In terms of watch time, the channel's been operating since November of 2020. So what does that come out to be? Is it like 17 months? And we're now close to 64,000 hours of total watch time. So that one's kind of hard to get my mind around. I haven't given it a ton of thought, but I'm guessing that probably means that my voice has been heard more through YouTube during the last 17 months or so than it's been heard in person over the course of my entire life. So consider that for a minute. I mean, it assumes that people aren't watching my videos with the volume muted. Hopefully they're not watching the videos with my volume muted. But yeah, it's that's kind of an interesting number to consider. 64,000 hours of watch time. Amazing. Anyway, lastly, in terms of statistics, I've created over 860 videos since launching the Glidercat channel on YouTube. That one's not quite so hard for me to believe, since I do spend a lot of time making videos pretty much each and every week. It is a lot of videos, though, 860. So that's a bit about where we've been with the channel. Looking forward, I'm going to try to keep the pace up, keep bringing you the games and content that I think you're going to enjoy. I continue to browse well over 1,000 games each and every month from various sources, some more obvious than others. Always on the lookout for upcoming games that I think show a lot of promise. Sometimes there's not a lot to go on, but I can usually get a sense for something that looks like it holds a lot of potential. And those are the games I try to bring to you. Right now, I currently have about 24 upcoming games that are in that category that I'd say I'm very eager to get on the channel. So I've got a backlog I'm trying to work through. There's also several dozen more upcoming games that I'm also keeping an eye on to see how they turn out, see if they turn out good. I'm routinely on about 100 Discord servers at any given time, and I'm constantly bumping up against the 100 server limit that Discord imposes unless you pay extra for Nitro or something. Anyway, all that is to say, rest assured, I have a huge pipeline of games that I'm watching and I'm hoping to bring onto the channel. I find new ones just about every week. And in addition to those upcoming games, that's kind of a big focus on the channel. I'm also keeping an eye out and have a list of games that have been out for a while that I want to get on the channel. Fortress Craft Evolved is a good example of that. And then some more hidden gems like Farlight Explorers that we just put on the channel. That's an older game. It's a smaller game. It's not a super popular game, but those kind of games are really unique. And if you're an enthusiast, I think that's a kind of a game you might be interested in. So I've got a few of those in my back pocket as well that I'm hoping to bring to the channel over time, kind of sprinkle them in along with the new games. So yeah, that is the plan. Keep things going. Again, I want to thank each and every subscriber who's chosen to stay with the channel. 2,500 again is a big milestone for me. I think the next big milestone we'll be shooting for is 5,000 subscribers. Now, my focus on the channel will continue to be the games themselves. I tend not to think a whole lot about views and subs and that kind of thing. I tend to focus more on upcoming games and trying to find the ones that have the most promise, find them early before other content creators. I've had some success with that. I think I've been the first content creator for several games. First content creator to feature several games on YouTube. Captain of Industry, I think Sweet Transit is another one that's probably the first to feature. Factropy was another one. Bopio, there's a whole Foundry. There's a whole bunch of games where I believe I may have been the first content creator to showcase a game, and I want to continue that. And with that, I think I will quit the babbling here. This is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you at 5,000 subs.